Hello everybody, welcome back to Stormblood. Continuing, I guess, what's left of the extra story stuff. Let's see what happens. Whenever I do run out of story stuff to do, I will put this series on hiatus unless I max out another class, and then I'll just make an episode of that class's quests. So yeah, pretty much all that's going to be left of content for this is whatever new content is added, and class quests for the other class. Well, other classes. Anyways, let's see here. Have you ever visited Little Alamigo in Thanalin? If you have, there's something I would ask of you. Okay, I've been there, Mr. Shovelface. My uncle, a man named Gundobald, lives there. Now Alamigo has been freed. He's supposed to be saying now that Alamigo has been freed. Okay. Now that Alamigo has been freed, I had been hoping to contact him. However, there is still much work to be done, and I am unable to leave my post. Instead, I have written him a letter, which I would like you to deliver to my uncle if possible. We will all need to work together if we are to restore Alamigo to its former glory. I would very much like to have my uncle by my side for this. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but there is no one else I can trust with this. Okay. Guess that's just a random side story? Let me go do these others. The Hunt for Omega, I know what that's going to be. I don't know what the other two are going to be. I guess dungeons? Must be dungeons. Although one of these things should unlock my ability to freaking get new tomes. Hopefully. Alright. Gaspy Kate, I thank the gods you're here. We need your help. In case you haven't heard, we've set up operations in Rogger's Reach while we look for Omega. It's been decidedly slow going, I'm sorry to say, and we still haven't seen the blasted thing since it disappeared during the battle with Shinryu. Which is not to say we haven't made any progress. We know now that Shinryu ended up in the Imperial's hands and that it was shackled with some very distinctive-looking bindings when they found it. Obviously, only you know what could have done something like that, and the fact that the restraints were still functioning suggests it didn't shut down when the chief instructed it to, either. Anyway, we were getting close to identifying Omega's whereabouts when we encountered what you might call a problem. Mayhap it would be best if you came to the workshop and saw for yourself. Oh, great. Oh, snap, I just thought about today. I'm supposed to finally get that falcon mount in the mail. Well, here's one of the new dungeons. Hi, Kata, just the man I was looking for. As you may know, Rogger's Reach used to be a pilgrimage site for followers of the Fist of Rogger. Atop the mountain lies the remnants of the Temple of the Fist, which was once the center of their religion. It was filled with monks training their minds and bodies right up until the mad King Theodoric decided to raise the temple. Curiously enough, a young lady recently approached me saying she wishes to explore the ruins herself. I immediately turned down her request, knowing that she alone could not survive the route to the ruins. But then I thought of you. I am positive that you are strong enough to protect her while she explores. The girl's name is Marjorie. If you are willing to help, seek her out by the doors which lead to the temple. I imagine she is still there pestering Rotmar to let her in. Okay. Starry-eyed Alamigan. Your reputation precedes you if the wide-eyed look the stranger's favoring you with is any indication. Ikeda Kamori, our hero of the Resistance. Greetings and well met. I wish to thank you for your countless deeds in service to our cause and share with you an opportunity which I believe may be of interest to you. There's a great and wise man, a veteran of countless battles, who waits for you outside Rogger's Reach. Go to him and he will unfold all, including his pants. Alright. Battle-scarred veteran. Okay. I guess I'll go to him first, just because I get the feeling that he's going to be the guy who lets me, get tomes. The sooner I can get tomes, the better. So let me go over here just a second, people. Oh, and, yeah, it unlocked... Well, you probably saw it on screen. It unlocked freaking level 2 movement speed for inside here. And Kugane, although I don't understand why it's even a thing in Kugane, because you can't freaking write him out there. This is you, the legendary adventurer instrumental in the liberation of our homeland. I, though it took an army to see it through, I have heard tell of your singular accomplishments, both here and in faraway lands. Hey, I know the type. You are a warrior through and through, ever searching for a new challenge. A man who lives for those moments when all hangs in the balance. Did I say something odd? No, of course not. Ahem. Not far from here is a place where monks of the Fist of Rhalgr once honed body and spirit, the circles of answering, and by the grace of our Doman patron, it is reborn. He who fights the strength of stone, unyielding, breathes deep of boundless sky, and embraces serenity of rolling sea. Against him none can stand. To wit, you will face striking dummies possessed of the fortitude of fantastic fiends and otherworldly foes. Attack them with your might and main, and you should triumph in the allotted time. You will know you have the strength to defeat them, though you may still die in the process. They are dummies, after all, and will not hit back, but that goes without saying. Oh, wait. Doubtless you are intrigued. When curiosity overwhelms you, I shall deliver you to Stone Sky. Well, it is still the circles of answering in name, but you must nevertheless embrace the wisdom of the elements to overcome your trials. Oh, how foolish of me, I forgot to tell you the best part. It's free! So that was not the tome thing I was hoping it was. You now have access to the circles of answering, an expansion of stone, sky, and sea. This training ground can be accessed by speaking with a battle-scarred veteran outside Rhalgr's reach. So what that is just a training thing that lets you freaking do all the stuff in Rhalgr's reach. Oh, not Rhalgr's reach. It's a thing that lets you do the all the like dummy practice versions of all the primals and boss fights and all that sort of crap. Okay, speak with Biggs and speak with Marjorie. I think I'll go to Marjorie first, since at least then I can queue up while I speak with Biggs. Mathilda. Just go over here, I guess? Yes, here we go. No, that's not right at all. Wait, no. Just swim. There we go. Now that I think about it, hopefully I can buy level 3 movement speed in those other areas soon. That's the next thing I'm going to work on. For sure. Faux Rizzle. Alright, what a little faster, Mr. Chubby Chocobo. Do I need to put cake on the end of this? You need cake? Everyone could use some cake. Alright, Marjorie. Let's talk. Are you also interested in exploring the Temple of the Fist? I never dreamed I would meet a fellow enthusiast. I first learned of monks when I attended a lecture given by a historian named Eric. Ever since then, I have continued to be fascinated by their creed and approach to life. Eric's the guy from the freaking monk quests. I thought I would come and pay a visit to the site of their most revered temple now that the Empire has been driven out of the region, and the only issue is this man will not let me pass. The monks use the path of the temple to train. It is filled with all kinds of traps and obstacles that cannot be overcome by just anyone. It is precisely those traps and obstacles that I wish to study. Everything I have read states that those who are able to reach the temple will come face to face with a monk of legend. Does that not pique your curiosity in the slightest? Who knows what kind of lessons one could learn from a monk that has mastered their art? You wish to know too, don't you, adventurer? Well, I kind of am one. You too are a monk? I can hardly believe my luck. Now I see why you also wish to visit the temple ruins. Oh, they actually took that into account. In fact, if you are truly keen to explore what lies beyond these doors, would you mind if I joined you? I'm fairly familiar with the layout of the temple grounds from all the reading I have done. I know I can be of help to you. Oh, please take me with you. Well, not giving me much of a choice now, is it? Alright, Rotmar. Sorry to trouble you like this. Please make sure she makes it through unharmed. Of course. Because I have to do the babysitting. And queued. I guess while that's queuing up, I'll go talk to, what's his name? Biggs. Now my question would be, since there's Temple of the Fist, what's the other endgame dungeon? They didn't cheap out on us and not give us 2 extra dungeons, did they? Just because the final dungeon has a freaking... Well, the final story dungeon has actual freaking loot. I hope not. It was bad enough when they came down from 3 new dungeons update. Because originally in Realm Reborn they used to give us 3 new dungeons per update. There was a completely new dungeon, and then there was 2 hard mode versions of previous dungeons. Now, well then, ever since in Heavensward, they only started giving us 2 dungeons. Which was usually 1 new dungeon and 1 new hard mode version of a previous dungeon. So come now, Chief, this isn't terribly constructive. Go on, suggest something, and I'll be sure to do the exact bloody opposite. Okay, Sid's being a little childish. So much for improving efficiency. Well, that was quick. That was a quick freaking queue. I'll take it, though. I just hope I'm not too much of a burden, since I'm a little bit undergeared. Just a little bit. I'm not undergeared on purpose, it's just I really don't have a way to get gear right now. Well, I technically could, I would just have to grind the same dungeon over and over. I'd be better off just getting tomes. Oh, joy. Kitties everywhere! Why is he wearing a pink outfit? No offense. There's nothing wrong with it. Just... Oh. He's supposed to be... He's a freaking Dan Hibiki joke. Parody. Freaking Street Fighter. Wait. He's supposed to be a Dan Hibiki thing, but he's not even a monk. How does that freaking work? Oh, it looks like they want us to attack the moss barrier first. I could be wrong. Actually, I think I'm entirely wrong. Do that, and that. There we go. This'll do nicely. And kaboom. Ew. Oh. It was just a big freaking lump of living moss. That's a little freaky. Okay, this character's voice is a little loud. I get the feeling that's the freaking Lalafell. It ain't my character, I know that for sure. It's too high-pitched. 20 years since the Mad King's attack, and yet it is still so beautiful. Okay, whatever you say, lady. Blood Glider Monk. Alright, I've learned my lesson. Don't stand near that stuff. That stuff is bad. Freaking creepy grunts. I do this, 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 and then murder everything. Preferably everything. God, I'm really not doing all that much more damage than I used to before this gear. A little disappointing. I want bigger numbers. Give me bigger numbers. Well, hopefully that'll change whenever I get the new gear for the tomes. He sounds like a freaking turtle having sex with a shoe. Oh my god, why? I'm starting to wonder if that's like not what they base the sound effect on. It is coming from a Lalafell after all. Oh no. Oh lord. Freaking cats again. Oh, there's the first boss room, so we'll see what happens at that. Oh, no, freaking attack, please. Thank you. No, God, that freaking noise. Are you done yet, turtle? Are you done yet? Get a freaking room. Oh, temple musclings. Great. So this is going to be even more of a pain because this wall has a crap ton of musclings in it, apparently. Yep. Could we not, sir? Don't worry, people. I'm gonna AoE them properly. Against my better TP judgment. Ooh. Panther Kitty. With freaking devil horn ears. I want a mount like that. Well, technically the Dark Knight gets a mount like that if you do enough fights with it. I freaking hope that whenever this outfit is dyeable, that the freaking leopard print crap can be changed. Have the color changed. I wouldn't mind it so much if I could just dye it black. I'd be happy with that. Make it look like panther skin or something. It would make me very happy. Why is there a female kitty here? Starting to think that the black kitty is not the main boss. Well, it is, but it's actually the pair. It's like a king and queen of cats, apparently. Is there anything special to this boss, though, other than that? Well, that's bad timing. That was really bad timing on their part to move out that way. Don't worry, people. I'm gonna do my new... well, not my new, but my combo. Again. As soon as my freaking buffs freaking get back. Nope, 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 nope. And this is why I wish I could just be playing as Dragoon right now. No offense to Monk, but I prefer the new Dragoon abilities. The Monk abilities just got screwed over entirely. Hope they get better abilities in the next expansion. Won't know that for 2 years, though. Electric Curse, Electric Burst. Never mind. Just do this. Ha. Okay, this thing seems to be really hyperactive all of a sudden. Very aggressive. Holy flippin' snacky cakes. Where did that 10,000 damage crit come from? 12,000 crit! I take back what I said before. I am doing more damage than I thought I was. Holy hell. I've never seen a statue from so close before. Oh, this is the freaking... How the hell did me and Elise get up here before? Oh god, it's Crash Bandicoot. It's Crash Bandicoot. It's freaking Crash Bandicoot. I plan to eventually get the Insane Trilogy. Although I worry that by the time I get it, people aren't going to be interested in watching it anymore, and then I'm just going to be like, why am I always late to all the good new games? This is why I need donations, people, so I can afford to bring you new games sooner rather than later. But unfortunately, I'm poor, otherwise I'd do it myself, but I don't have the money. I mean, the newest games I'm going to be able to bring you anytime soon are freaking The Evil Within 2, the Dot Hack re-release collection, and Mario Odyssey, and what else? What else? Monster Hunter World. That's about it. At least as far as I can think. Well, I also plan to get Code Vein as soon as that comes out for sure. I just don't know when it comes out. And I desperately, desperately hope that there won't be any problems with doing YouTube videos of Dot Hack. The only reason to worry is that even though it's a Bandai thing, it's also an anime thing, and I don't know CyberConnect's policies when it comes to YouTube videos. I just hope they've advanced whatever policies they may have had. The building ahead is a closed fist. Is the closed fist. Okay. Why are these fools not... What the hell are these things? They remind me of the freaking weird robots from freaking Fallout. The ones that slowly walk around and have like a dome for a head. That's what those things remind me of. What the hell? Okay, yeah, on all that. I wish they would hurry up and freaking cast their lots on it so I could get the freaking ring and power up a little bit more. They're the ones making me wait. I wonder if you can be knocked to your death from that. Oh, hi. Of course there's more. Sinka Cub. I should have just ran ahead and got more of these things. Oh, that's what they're doing this time. I'm just gonna go grab this loot. Well, since they're not freaking rolling on this stuff, hopefully they'll just be generous and forget to roll, and then I'll freaking get it all. Not to be greedy, it's just I actually need the gear. And it seems like all of them are far more better equipped than I am. They probably don't even need this gear anymore. Well, most people's probably probably the case for that, because considering how bloody long it's taken me to do this, I mean September 5th, I'm just now getting to this point in the game. Alright, got the ring. I don't think I can equip it until the fight's over, though, so hold on just a moment. I'll equip it as soon as that's over. If these things would bloody freaking die. Taking their time. Finally. Good lord. What? Oh. I was about to say. There we go. That's a fancy statue. Okay, none of them did a lot. I'll take it then. And I didn't need all that stuff. Well, I didn't, like, roll need on it. So, they were just being generous. Thank you very much. I swear I wish I could mute the freaking character voice of that goddamn Lalafell. Wait a second, why is this thing's defense so freaking high? What the hell? Seriously, why is this thing's defense so high? Fourfold shear, damage down. That's because I got hit by something. Really? What kind of filth? Oh, they're reusing this mechanic. Put damage over time on you. And wait for my buffs to come back up. Actually, no, I shouldn't even need to do that. Could we not, sir? Could we not? Thank you. Now, let me try to do this bloody combo without having to freaking worry about anything. Hey, I didn't get hit. I'm not quite sure how I didn't get hit, but oh well. 14,000? Did the ring make that much of a bloody difference? I mean, good lord. Oh great, now he's doing this crap again. So remember, don't attack whenever he's doing that. Fourfold shear. Looks like a tank buster attack. Oh, 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 over here. Thank you. Darn it, lost my freaking grease lightning. Arbuta. Okay. Get the feeling I'm not supposed to attack you yet. Nope, never mind. It's this freaking garbage. Are you freaking kidding me? I didn't even attack it, and I freaking get hit by it anyways. You son of a fluff cake. Now. Destroying you. A little earlier than I thought I would, so I don't even get to do my full combo. How disappointing. Is that the helmet I think it is? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. Okay, try on. Alright, so it's just a generic samurai-ish helmet. Sort of, not really samurai helmet, just a generic helmet in general. For a second I thought it was meant to resemble the freaking snake helmet that Dragoons had at some point. But I stand corrected. So now, just need to beat up these pricks. Because they're rude and mean. Not very nice. Way of the Lance. Are these zombies? I can't tell if these are zombies or just monks that were just living here. They're all glowing blue, so maybe they're just ghosts. Yeah, they're ghosts. Never mind. Or some form of spirit. Okay, then into you, and into you. Finally. Why the overwhelming sense of dread? It's just ghosts. We fought worse. We just fought a freaking dragon god, essentially. That, for whatever reason, was strong enough to use the abilities of every freaking primal, almost. Okay, Ashamata of the Kiss, the Lotus thingy. I'll just take that. Which, oh god, I'm gonna hate leveling Astrologian. I wish they would just hurry and make a freaking level 60 to 70 version of Palace of the Dead. That'd be nice. I mean, they've already made a treasure, freaking Aquapolis thing, so I don't see why they can't make a Palace of the Dead thing. Hopefully that'll be in 4.1. Is it 4? Yeah, it's 4.1. So if it is, that should be fun. And kaboom. Piranha? Are these piranha kitties? No, I know, that's not how you spell piranha. It seems like this is taking forever to kill because both me and the other monk are the kind that don't spam AoEs. Please don't diddle me. Please don't diddle me, sirs. Freaking spirits. Oh my god, this dungeon is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I was thinking I'd be able to fit 2 new dungeons in here in this one episode, but starting to wonder if I will be able to. Also wondering what the hell the final boss is going to be. Oh, it's right there. Guess that'll answer my question. Nope, don't do it, don't do it, don't you do it, don't you do it. Freaking explodey ghost thingies. There we go. Finally. My god. Whoa. Okay. Mr. Bearded God. Freaking bearded god of a monk. You look more like freaking... You look like Zeus. He's the freaking Curl Fist. It's a ghost of the bloody Curl Fist. It's like a... Holy hell, I didn't even think they'd put him in there. Yep. So that is where these freaking old gauntlets came from. Well, not gauntlets, but Sci-Fi. Person up there? You gonna come down here? Healer. Get down here. Please. If you'd be so kind. You're not gonna be kind, aren't you? Because you don't stand in it? What? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, they're complaining about AoEs, aren't they? Yep, complain about AoEs. I'm just going to just ignore the complaints. Believe me, I'd AoE if I was any other class, but Monk just has the worst freaking AoE in the game. They need a stronger, spammable AoE. At the least, give them an AoE combo. What the hell happened to that guy? Okay. I'm just gonna dodge that freaking thing. What the hell? Yes, I fully realize I failed to dodge it. Great. I'm just gonna move over here and hope I don't take too much damage. Ow! The Rose of Destruction. Alright. What the fluff nuggets is this? Okay. Oh, that's what. The freaking... Oh! Those give us buffs, apparently. I'll just hide behind your bosom. Jesus Christ. And why is it that every new final boss now has its own freaking like super move? They didn't all none of them used to have that. Well, not most of them didn't used to have that. Ow. If you would be so kind as to chill out with the AoEs, that would be great. Alright. Let's do this. Let's not get hit by his flippin' fluff nuggeting AoE. And then do a tornado kick. 15,000. I'll take it. How in the hell am I out-damaging the other monk? That's something I would like to know. Anyone care to answer that question? Because I'm surely more under gear than he is. Yeah, well, there goes that. Oh, great, both of us are dead. Fantastic. Revive, please? Thank you. Thank you kindly. Why do you not have Swift Cast, for that matter? Please don't gnaw me. Why are you summoning me in the wind? Okay, limit break. Just limit break. Finish it. Finish it off. All over its face. Okay. There we go. Good lord. Guidance is no longer locked. Yeah, they defiled all the freaking statues of Rogger and everything. All the heads are missing from those statues. It's a little disturbing. Okay, Rapier of the Crimson Lotus, Arhat Hakama of Casting. Yeah, sure, take your freaking commendation, Mr. Tank. Bye. Why did I get all the commendations? Alright, I'll take it. I'll freaking take it. Oh, I'm next to Biggs. Before that's good, I'll talk to Biggs. Let me just get it over with. Let me see. Spot the problem. Oh no, maybe I can somehow... Yeah, he's about as disgusted of him as I am. Is he surprised? Aye, so were we. He's been brought in as a consultant, I believe it or not. How many times do I have to tell you you will play no part in this investigation? Your motives were dubious from the first, and nothing you have done since has served to make them any clearer. Out of necessity, I agreed to take part in Omega's activation, but that will be the extent of our cooperation. Passing judgment without due consideration, openly disparaging colleagues. Not very chiefly of you, Chief. He's just freaking trolling him now. I'll have you know I'm a sensitive new recruit who thrives on encouragement. Then I trust you'll thrive elsewhere when I encourage you to piss off. I will not have him on our roster, Jesse. Never mind anywhere near our work. His employment is to be terminated effective immediately. The thing is, Chief, we've already paid him in full. And it wasn't exactly a pittance, either. 4/5 what you get was the agreement. What? Look, whatever disagreements you might have had in the past, the fact is we could do with his expertise now. Let him earn his keep at the very least. I don't believe this. You claim my wholly justified ventures represent an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, and then pay him a sultan's ransom in advance. Him? Give me strength. This has been the way of it for a while now, on account of which we've had to put the investigation on hold. Let me know how it goes. I'm leaving. Tisk, tisk. As much as I admire your enthusiasm, hero, you will not get very far without some brains to complement your admirable brawn. Happily, I am blessed with a survey of the former. Okay. At least I think that's how I pronounced it. From this moment forth, you shall be my chaperone. With the realm's savior watching my every move, I couldn't possibly make any mischief, which should surely serve to allay my employer's concerns. Forgive me, Kate. It was not my intent to embroil you in this mess. I didn't even know you were here. Seeing as you are, though, I cannot deny that I would be glad to have you on board. The fact is, we are no closer to understanding the true extent of Omega's powers, and even if it was damaged during its encounter with Shinryu, it seems highly doubtful that we will be able to disable it unaided. We've got as far as identifying its likely resting place, but I, for one, would feel a lot more confident about surveying the area with you around to deal with any unexpected surprises. Might I persuade you to lend us a hand once more, old friend? Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm going to regret this decision, I'm sure. Then it's settled. Chief, we have a problem. The Cynthric concentration levels at the Yon are soaring. Our readings doubled from one moment to the next, and by the time we went back to check them, they doubled again. What? But that could only mean... Evacuate the site. I shall handle this matter personally. Okay. So, everything's going wrong with Omega Weapon. Biggs, Wedgicata, I need you with me at the Yon, to the south of here. That's where we believe Omega came to rest. Great. Jesse, hold the fort while I'm gone, and if possible, continue surveillance from a safe distance. Alright, Chief, watch yourself out there. And you... Stop mocking me. Am I to stay and mind the shop, too? It's like, I don't know. Oh no, I'm not letting you out of my sight, but before you fill the room with maniacal laughter, I want you to remember something. When you collected your inexplicably lavish fee, the Ironworks Creed became your creed. That's freedom through technology, in case you've forgotten, not supremacy through Alcan ingenuity. Breach this contract and I will have my pawns of flesh. Okay. Alrighty then. I'm guessing, well, pawns is just another word for pound. Well, this game's version of the word pound. Why am I lagging? Anyways, well, no. I'm just gonna head up there and turn in this quest, and hopefully unlock the freaking tome store so I can buy some new freaking gear! Really start working toward it. Because, my god. Oh, spoopy bats everywhere. Alright, Marjorie, are you pleased? I, too, am most eager to hear just what went on in the Closed Fist. You fought with Ivan Curlfist? I've read that he honed his martial prowess by wandering the mountains, fighting all the curls he could find. They say he took the creature's movements for his own, devising a style of fighting like no other. To think he had been waiting there all this time for a new challenger. Well, he was a ghost, though. My mind is made up. I, too, will become a monk. Alright, this ain't gonna end well. Hearing your story, I realized that I must meet Ivan Curlfist myself. I will need to strengthen both my body and mind to have any chance of reaching him. Good luck with that. And I plan to start by working on my mind. There is still much I need to read about the monks and their religion. Or perhaps I would be better served by searching for a local that is versed in the Fist of Rhalgr. Oh, no. Oh, allow me to thank you. I would not have awoken to my true calling had you not shown me the temple ruins. The next time our paths cross, I imagine I will look somewhat different. Until then... okay. It's a dumbfounded look. It's like, I don't even know what to think of this. Just leaving his mouth hanging open. I can definitely say I've never met a monk quite like her. It will be interesting to see just how far she's able to go. Right. So then what's next? Is there another dungeon? Is there any other quests in the area? I completed that one dungeon, so surely, I should be able to freaking do that whatchamacallit. Wait, let me pause it really quick, people. I'll be right back. Alright, people, I'm back. I actually went to Kugane And it turns out there's actual other quests here, so I may as well start those up too to unlock whatever they are. Wandering Minstrel, it's this guy again. Who should stand before me but the hero who shattered the shackles of oppression in Doma and Alamigo both? In spite of your burgeoning fame, I am honored that you should willingly share your precious time with this humble minstrel. If I may ask, how are you enjoying the Far East? With its many charms, it is an easy place to like. Indeed, it holds a special place in my heart. You might even say it is a second home to me, often as I find myself here on my endless quest for verse. And on this particular visit, the proprietor of this theater chanced to hear me perform and took a shine to my work. One thing led to another, and a number of my songs were adapted for the stage. Such are the crowds they have drawn, I have since been commissioned to write pieces for a new production. That is not to brag, mind you, nay, far from it, for though I am glad for the approval, the truth is I have been struggling to summon forth the inspiration with which to fuel my creativity. But of course, your recent exploits could well provide me with the inspiration I need. Oh no. Such events you must have witnessed, such emotions experienced in your struggle to liberate Doma and Alamigo from the clutches of the Empire. Though the tales have been doing their rounds, there is no substituting a first-hand account. Now I would see from the eyes of he who stood in the thick of it, and know the depths of this heart. I shall remain in Kugane while I compose my pieces for the Mujikoza. Whenever you can spare a moment, I ask that you regale unto me your recent adventures, and I shall see to it they are immortalized within these halls. Okay. Something heroic this way comes. How fare you, Ikeda? As ever, I am seeking inspiration to draw upon for my work. If you have any new experiences to share, I should very much like to hear them. Yep. So, instead of getting a legit extreme version of those primals, they're gonna be freaking embellished songs of his. Here we go. Oh, what stirring story have you for me today? Oh, God, he's gonna sing. To lose her beloved daughter not once but twice, first to the Empire and then to the Primal's false promise. 'Tis all I can do to imagine the Kalyana's elder's grief. And as if she had not lost enough, and able to bear the reality, she chooses to flee from it by making an offering of her soul to the Primal. 'Tis a tragedy to rend hearts. My apologies, Ikeda. I know full well that I asked you for a tale, but so private and intense a sorrow should not be made the subject of amusement. However, I would honor the memory of the departed with a verse. Okay. Oh, here he goes again. For her daughter's life a mother mourned, but from the flesh her soul was torn. For her daughter's smile a mother yearned. Now from a dream she may never return. And now there is an extreme version of Lakshmi. Let's see. Forgive me if Sri Lakshmi, if I have awakened unpleasant memories. Triggered. Liberties may be taken in tales telling, but it cannot wipe away such sorrow that has taken root in one's heart. Nay, no more than abiding in a dream will change reality. Even so, we may pray for wounds to heal and scars to fade, and so pray I shall for the Kalyana, for all those who grieve, that they may one day know peace. Okay, Emanation Extreme is now available. Something heroic this way comes. Yeah, I get it. There's your Sasano. You have a new tale for me. Wonderful. I feel like I'm being used. A clash against a kami of legend, the words fairly write themselves. Yes, this would adapt very well indeed for the stage. I dare say even the Kojin would come to watch. This song is about you, however. 'Tis only meet that you are the first to hear it. Lend your ears, then, to the tale of your furious encounter with Sasano, the Lord of the Revel. Okay. Upon eastern seas, 3 treasures join to birth a kami great, whose sacred blade strikes awe in hearts and cleaves the land in straits. From western lands a challenger comes, a hero from afar, whose radiant blade sets souls ablaze and outshines the very stars. Alright. It's pretty neat. So I was able to capture Susano's stormy grandeur. I drew upon my imagination to create more evocative imagery, but it should more or less line up with your experience, as in, it's going to be much harder than my experience. Somewhat stormier than you recall, well then that makes it just right. Upon the stage, storytelling takes on a different dynamic, you see, and it is common practice to favor the grandiose. But with your rousing tale at its heart, I have no doubt that the play will be received with no less than a standing ovation. Great. Full of tribute. Second, I should unlock the next dungeon, though, because there was one over here. That looks like it will be the next dungeon. I say next, but technically it's the final dungeon. Unless... I don't know, I guess I'll maybe make some videos of... Well, I say videos, but depending on how long they are, because usually those dungeons are really short, I may make a video or two of the freaking, what's it called? Omega Weapon. Although that's going to be a while, because I'm not going to have the gear for it anytime soon. As employee of the East Aldernard Trading Company, is relieved to see you. Ikeda Komori, oh thank heavens I am in dire need of a capable adventurer, and I can think of none better. Local officials have been working desperately to keep this confidential, but there is trouble in Kugane Castle. It has been overrun by a band of outlaws. What's more, they've taken hostages, a number of nobles, along with the Bugyo, Kugane's highest magistrate. Okay. They're demanding the country's borders be closed off, insisting Kugane's efforts to establish ties with other countries is folly. Why, if they had their way, I imagine foreigners, or Aijin, as they call them, would never set foot here ever again. Under normal circumstances, the Seki Segumi would have taken steps to immediately resolve this crisis, but they dare not do anything to put the Bugyo at greater risk. To proceed would require a decree from the Bakufu, yet I fear there is no time to send an envoy to the royal capital and back. Nevertheless, they have done their due diligence and delivered a missive. While waiting for a response, they have also called upon the East Aldernard Trading Company in an attempt to potentially expedite the rescue of the hostages. As to why they would go out of their way to contact us, well, one of the captives is from Oda. It goes without saying the repercussions of a foreign dignitary coming to harm would be dire. Because the Seki Segumi cannot yet act in an official capacity, they have asked for my assistance in assembling a small contingent to infiltrate the castle. If you would join our cause, make for the aqueducts in the Rakuza district. There is a hidden passage leading into the castle kept under guard by the Seki Segumi. Tell them I sent you, and they will explain what you must do. Alrighty then. Well, yeah, I guess I'll head over there. But yeah, considering there's so little content left for me to do until I start getting more classes to 70, well, that and get better gear, after this episode ends, I guess I'll have another episode where I do this dungeon, this Kugane Castle dungeon, but since that'll be just about the only thing I can do, it'll probably be shorter. It'll probably be like a 30-minute episode. I went the wrong way. But yeah, so that's probably going to be the case for that. I hope you all don't mind. It's just, there really isn't anything else for me to do. I miscalculated how much longer the freaking game is. I actually thought it was going to be a lot longer than it ended up being. I'm confuzzled. Oh, Rakuza. Rakuza, all the way over there. I'm not kidding, I should freaking just teleport there. Go to the Aetherite and just teleport the Rakuza district. Although that's probably just going to teleport me right there, and then it's just, yeah, that's what it's going to do. Screw it. Rakuza, there. Okay. Now go up here. Now the problem is I swiftly have to come up with a new freaking game to replace this with. I was not expecting this to be so freaking spontaneous. Which, also, then there's the fact that, I also was not expecting this to be so spontaneous because, I actually have a better thumbnail for this being worked on at the moment. It's gonna... This series is gonna end before I even get the bloody thumbnail done. How the hell do I get up there? Oh, freaking wrong button. Oh, stairs. Stairs down there. It'd be nice if they'd just let me jump down, but what can you do? It scares me. Here we go. The amount of steam coming out of that vent is a little worrying. I mean, just how stinky could it possibly be? How did I never notice this before? Erden Desano. And Sekisegumi Blade. Alright, let's see here. You were sent by the East Aldernar Trading Company, and there's still a chance. Permit me to apprise you of the situation. The castle is presently held by a group of criminals under the leadership of a merchant named Kageyama. We believe his demands to close off our borders, as ludicrous this seems, as ludicrous this seems, are a vain attempt to eliminate what he sees as a threat from foreign businesses. If we're only him and his cohorts, I am quite confident my men and I could easily rout them on our own. The problem, however, is his bodyguard. Our informants tell us he is a swordsman of great renown in the Hengen underworld. He demands exorbitant sums of money, defending his clients with seemingly inhuman displays of strength and skill commensurate with the price he is paid. Your task will be to contend with Kageyama and his hired blade in the heart of the castle. With all eyes focused on you, they will fail to notice my men's intrusion to rescue the hostages. It shames me to ask this of civilian, but if we are to save those people, I can see no other way. Alright. So that's the final dungeon. But I will have to end this episode here, and then we'll have a short little extra episode from that. So, if you lovely people enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe, leave a comment, possibly leave a donation, share the channel with your friends, poke the notification button. Is this a freaking gang? This is a gang of Yakuza. Hi, Koju. You're gonna lose your tongue, Aijin. You'd best be off. On your merry way, then. The Sekisegumi won't dirty their sandals trudging down here to save you. I just slayed a freaking god. You can't touch me. Anyways. So yeah. So, if you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe, leave a comment, possibly leave a donation, share the channel with your friends, poke the notification button. Poke it hard! And if you'd like to support my channel and help it grow, maybe visit my Patreon and become a patron. And I'll see you lovely people in the next episode. Have a good night, everybody.